Hi, evening everyone. We're starting this yoga session on our feet this evening. Okay, so bring your feet hip distance so you've got a decent solid base, and let's just take a couple of shoulder rolls just to loosen off any tension in the shoulders. And then also let's turn the head side to side. Just drop your chin to your chest and then lift your head and draw the head back a little bit so you're standing tall. Feel your weight even in both feet and then grow tall all the way up through your legs. So pull through your thighs, lift the chest and let the arms be loose and long. And I just want you to turn your palms forward, so we start in Tadasana, mountain pose. And I just want you to start to focus on your breath here with eyes open for a couple of moments. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. And letting your mind stay where it is, which might be on jobs you've got to do later. So letting it be distracted. And then when you feel ready, bringing hands together at your heart center, closing your eyes and taking your gaze inwards. And we're going to bring our focus just to our hands this evening. Now it's quite likely that the palms will feel quite warm, and I want you just to focus on that. The contact of one palm touching the other, the warmth of the skin, the energy between the palms. Then I want you to bring your focus to your breath and just start to breathe in and out. And just see if you can slow down your exhalation just a touch. Bring the hands back down. This time just let them hang. Squeeze the hands tight and release them. Just do that a couple of times. And then keep eyes closed if you can. Scrunch up the feet and release the feet. Oh, don't fall over. And then drop the chin to the chest. And here just open and close your eyes a few times until you're ready to keep them open. So I'm going to start warming the upper body. I'm going to bring the hands across the chest. As we breathe in, a gentle lift in the chest. And as we breathe out, a gentle rounding just in the upper back. Not going very far. So we breathe in and we breathe out. So very slight back extension. And a very slight rounding, just in that thoracic spine or the area around your mid to upper back. Bring hands now to your shoulders. If this is too uncomfortable, you can change the arms. And we're just starting to twist side to side. Now this is a bit freer standing up rather than seated. But I want you to see if you can keep your hips quite square, so the warming is again through the upper back. Release the arms, lift your left arm, and I want you to drop it behind the head. And then gently take the elbow a bit further, so you're in a shoulder stretch. And as you're there, you're going to gently side bend one way and then the other. So just as far as feels good for you. So you don't have to stay with my timing. Let's make that your last one for now, and just let the arms open and come into a forward fold. So roll all the way down, have a moment there at the bottom, and then roll all the way up. Take a big sweep of the arms and change the arm around. So you've got the other arm behind you. Come back to your side bends. Arms open, we roll down, moment at the bottom, and then we roll back up. So you're going to come into a squat. So if your mat's like mine, just step up it for a moment, otherwise your mat might be long. Make sure your knees go in line with your toes. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, press forward. So inhale, hands up. Exhale and sit back down. Let's do 3 more. Bring hands to the hips now and turn your feet to face forward. And push the hips back into a flat back here. And then bring your left hand down. Now if you need to bend your legs together, that's fine. It's not so much about stretching the legs, we're just going to take a twist. But if you can keep them straight, you could. So your right hand's still on your hip, you're going to keep it there and turn to your right. And you're just going to leave the hand there. And you'll just feel a nice twist through the spine. Keep the weight in the legs, or even the stretch in the legs, even, and then change hands. The other hand to your hip, and you turn the other way. Release the arm down, roll up. Come into a squat now and hold your squat, and we're just going to finish with some side bends here, or finish our warming phase. So we're coming over and then we're changing the sides. This time we're bringing the arms into it, just letting the breath flow. One more. And release, come up. So bring feet together. I'm a little too close to my light. And we're going to take a long sequence tonight. So I want us to start in chair pose. Feet together, we're going to bend the legs and lift the arms. So we're going to do maybe 3 or 4 breaths in each asana here. And there's a little bit of flow in between. So let's check toes and ankles are together. Squeeze knees together and bring some warmth into those legs. From here, let's forward fold. Hang here in forward fold and have a couple of breaths here in your forward fold position. Inhale and let's step back to downward dog. Exhale and push into your downward dog. And I'm going to move and flow a little bit here. So we're going to inhale and travel forward to plank. You might want to put knees down unless you're warm enough to be on your feet. Lower the selves down and then roll the shoulders back. Inhale to cobra and then push back to downward dog. So So we're coming forward again, so I want you to roll through the spine, come forward. Again, you might want to have knees down. This time we're coming to a side plank. So with knees down, I'm going to turn to your right. You keep that bottom knee down and reach up. Or you might have both, you might be on both feet. So let's reach up, let's push the hips up. And then bring the hands down and push back to downward dog again. From here, bend the legs and take a big step forward with your right leg. And let's come up to a standing lunge here. So take a breath in, sweep the arms up and interlock your fingers. Lift through the back thighs, that back leg's really straight. Hold the position of working that front leg and drop your shoulders. Inhale, open the arms and set yourself up in warrior two. So you'll need to pivot this foot so the feet line up. Square your hips now to the side. And this knee coming to me needs to go out in line with that second toe. Now lift your arms so they come up to the diagonal. And then see if you can deepen a little bit more through that leg. Inhale, arms open again. Leave the bend in the leg and lift the front arm to find sun warrior. So a big sweep. So then I want you to take your left arm behind your back and see if you can take your side bend a little bit further. Inhale, release the arms, turn your chest to me and adjust the feet now. So you come to warrior one. So you've got your hips facing the front of the mat. Back foot still connected. We're going to bring the hands together at the forehead. And then we're going to see if we can lift chest, but stay low in the leg. From here, breathe in, lift the arms, and you're going to inch yourself forward to warrior three. So can you now lift your left leg and tip yourself like a seesaw to warrior three. Now if you're still there, sweep your arms back and then dive. The leg still has to lift as the body comes down. So you're still like a seesaw. Keep coming if you can. And then hands fall and you step in to forward fold. Inhale and rise, take a big sweep in and up, lift the arms and find a back bend. Squeeze through the bottom and then release the arms down. Bring feet together, return to your intense pose or your chair pose. So lengthen arms, again line everything up. Exhale to forward fold and hang here in forward fold for a moment. And then step back to down dog. Press through the hands. So breathe in, we're coming forward, and you might feel warm enough now to stay on the hands. We lower down. We can release the feet and we can come to low cobra or to up dog. Push back again to down dog. Come forward again, and this time we're coming to side plank. Now if you did it on your knees before, do it on your knee again, just so you work both sides evenly. Reach up, lift the hips high. comes down, push back to down dog again. Alright, so let's step the left leg forward now. We come to your lunge. We climb up. We clasp hands. Find length in the back leg and in the arms. And breathe. We open to our warrior two. We line up those feet. Check the knee. Square the hips. Arms lift. Arms open, left arm lifts, other arm wraps, and we come to a side bend. Open the arms, swivel on the feet, so you come back to your warrior one. Some of you will be able to keep that foot lined up with the other one. We bring the hands together, they come to the forehead. We lift the chest. Deepen through that standing leg if you can. Inhale, arms lift, back leg shuffles in. And we lift to warrior three, and then if we can we sweep the arms through and we dive further. Hands come down, we step into forward fold. Let's take a breath and lift. Reach the arms back. And release the arms. So we're going to go again. We've got time to go again, but we'll move through just one breath for each asana. And you might have a chance now to do your side plank on your hands, which I'm sure you're dying to do. So let's inhale, exhale. Inhale to forward fold, exhale to forward fold. Stay here. Breathe in. And then breathe out to down dog. Inhale to come to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, stay. Inhale again. Exhale, push back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to turn to your side plank. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, push back. Legs bend, right leg steps forward. Arms lift. We find your standing lunge. Let's deepen this time. Open to warrior two. Check your setup. Arms lift. Breathe in, arm wraps. We come to sun warrior. Sweep the arms through. We set up warrior one. Hands to the forehead. Arms reach. We find our balance. This is a good one to do for not as long. Arms sweep back. We tip. Hands down, we step to forward fold. Breathe in and rise to your back bend. Breathe out, just arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, then come forward into an exhalation. Breathe in. Breathe out and step back to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, turn the other way. Inhale, hand down. Exhale, push back. Breathe in, left leg. Standing lunge. Exhale, deepen. Open to your warrior two. Arms lift. And again, deepen. Coming straight into Sun Warrior, arm wraps. Sweeping the arms through, adjusting the feet. Hands to the forehead. Warrior one. Arms reach, finding your balance. Sweeping the arms back, tipping further, diving down, and then hands down, stepping into forward fold. Bring feet together, breathe in and rise, and release the arms. Inhale again, and just roll all the way down now, and come into child's pose. Yes, the knees can be wide or knees can be together, and let's push back. I'm going to slow it right down now. So let's take a twist, let's take the right arm through, rest the head, and just push yourself back a little bit further, and also see if you can reach through a bit more. And then change sides when you're ready. Inhale, come to all fours and step your left leg forward. And then I want you to pull back. So toes can lift or not, and I just want you to get a lovely stretch here in the back of your leg. If for some reason you don't want to kneel anymore, just come and lay on your back and take the leg in the air. Otherwise, if you're here, see if you can relax your upper body over a bit more. When you feel ready, rock forward and then change legs. Come and lay on your mats when you're ready. Just bring your back leg in and see if you can bring that leg over to me. And then you can bend the bottom leg. And just see if you can then work this top leg over further so that the toe is touching the ground. But I want you to see if you can keep that other shoulder on the ground, so you might have to keep correcting that. And some of you will be much further than me. hug the knee in and curl up to meet it, and take a breath or two here. Then the leg you have, lengthen it, take it out to the side. Make sure your pelvis doesn't rock. So let's change legs. Other leg draws in and comes across. Thomas? Staying there. Seeing if you can work that shoulder blade down, and if you can keep it there, going further till the toe touches the ground. Knee comes in and we curl up. And then lengthen this leg and take this leg out to the side. Roll onto your side and come and sit up. And we're just going to take a side bend here to finish. So if you're uncomfortable with legs crossed, please have legs wide. So let's breathe in and come over to one side. And I want you to let everything really soften, shoulders, face. So you might get this elbow on the ground, some of you. Then see if you can open the top arm, take it back a bit more. And if it feels good, you can look up. And then breathe in and change sides. Again, open the arm, look up if you want to. And rest. So just come and sit comfortably for the last couple of minutes of the class. Sit nice and tall, bring your thumb and your forefinger together and just let the shoulders drop. So we had a bit of a different feel tonight, much more of a flow, so I hope you enjoyed the change, and I hope the pace was okay. So even though maybe the session's not quite as long, you did a fair bit of work in it. And I've got my son in the room with me, so I'm not going to do a relaxation this evening. But if you do want to stay and do a little bit of breath, then please do. Otherwise, just sit quiet here with me for a moment and just have some gratitude for the work that your body's done. Focus on the breath. And if you have got time, I know life's getting a bit busier now, still make time for your yoga or whatever else that you do to help keep you calm. Because in a way, it's almost a trickier time now, isn't it, as we're trying to emerge from all of this. So keep looking after yourself and hope to see you soon. Namaste.